The lion and the hare. Once upon a time, in a vast and dense forest, there ruled a mighty lion. His strength and fearsome roar made him the undisputed king of the animals. Every creature in the forest trembled at the thought of his hunger. The lion, having no natural enemies in the forest, grew arrogant and began to demand a tribute from the animals. He required that every day one animal should voluntarily present itself to be his meal. The animals, of course, were terrified. They held a council to discuss the situation. After much deliberation, they agreed that they would take turns sending one animal each day to the lion's den to satisfy his hunger. This way, they hoped to avoid the wrath of the king of the jungle. For a time, this arrangement worked, with each animal offering itself in turn. The lion, in his pride, thought nothing of the idea that the animals were sacrificing themselves willingly. He grew even bolder and more demanding. But as the days passed, the animals began to grow anxious and weary of this terrible deal. Each day brought a new victim to the lion's jaws. One day it was the turn of a small, humble hare. He was no match for the lion's size and strength, but he was clever and quick-thinking. As the hare made his way toward the lion's den, his mind raced. He did not want to die, and he knew that simply walking into the lion's den to be eaten was not the way to escape. He had to think of a plan, a way to outwit the great lion. After some thought, the hare came up with a plan. As he arrived at the lion's den, he approached with a bow and spoke in a trembling voice. "Great lion, I come to offer myself as the meal you've been waiting for, but I beg you, please allow me to say something before you eat me." The lion, always pleased to hear praise, looked at the little hare with curiosity. "Speak quickly, little hare," he growled, his massive paws resting on the ground as he sat before the hare. "I am very hungry, and I do not have time for chatter, but since you are so polite, I will allow you to speak." The hare, with a respectful bow, said, "O mighty lion, I am but a small creature, and not worthy of your majestic hunger. But there is something I must tell you. I have heard of another lion in the forest, who claims to be more powerful and more fearsome than you. This other lion has boasted that he is the true king of the jungle, and he has even dared to challenge you, the great ruler of this forest. If you allow me to go back and tell him you accept his challenge, I will bring him here to you and you can defeat him. Then, you will prove that you are the true king of the jungle." The lion, who was prideful and vain, was immediately intrigued by the hare's words. "Another lion who claims to be stronger than me? Show me where this impostor is hiding. I will teach him a lesson he will never forget." The hare nodded, relieved that the lion was taking the bait. "If you would follow me, your majesty," the hare said, and he turned and began hopping away. The lion, eager to prove his strength, followed the hare at a rapid pace, his enormous paws shaking the ground as he bounded behind. After a short while, the hare led the lion to a deep well that was located at the edge of the forest. The hare stopped just at the edge and turned to face the lion. "This is where the other lion lives," the hare said, pointing toward the well. "If you look down into the water, you will see him." The lion, furious and eager to destroy the rival who had dared challenge his authority, peered into the well. He saw his own reflection in the water, his large, powerful frame, his golden mane, and his fierce eyes staring back at him. The lion, seeing the image of what he believed to be the other lion, let out a mighty roar. He could not bear the thought of another creature daring to challenge his supremacy. "Come forth, you coward!" the lion roared. "I shall crush you for daring to mock me." Without a second thought, the lion leaped into the well, thinking he was attacking his rival. But the well was deep, and the lion, unable to stop his momentum, fell into the water with a great splash. The lion floundered in the deep well, struggling to climb out, but finding himself trapped. The walls of the well were too steep and slippery, and the water made it even harder for him to escape. The hare stood at the edge, watching the lion's futile struggle with a mixture of relief and satisfaction. The lion thrashed about, roaring in frustration, but his strength alone was not enough to free him from the well. The hare, who had tricked the lion with his cleverness, turned and walked back to the forest. He shared the news with the other animals. "The lion has been trapped in the well. We are free at last." And so it was that the hare, using nothing more than his quick thinking and wit, outsmarted the mighty lion and saved the forest from his reign of terror. The other animals rejoiced and celebrated the hare's bravery and intelligence. Moral of the story: cleverness can triumph over strength. The hare, though small and physically weak, used his intelligence and resourcefulness to defeat the mighty lion. This story teaches that even in the face of overwhelming power, wisdom and wit can often provide a way out, and intelligence can be more valuable than brute force.